For the month of March 2020, I'm going to be giving away this Heatwave Black Market decal, or also a bubbly as well on the channel. So if you do want to be in with the chance of winning either of those two, make sure you are first of all subscribed to the channel with notifications on. Second of all, make sure you have dropped a like on today's video, and third of all, comment your details down below, but as well as that, tell me which platform you are on. And just like the last 2 months giveaways, this is going to end on the very last upload of March, so yeah, best of luck to every single one of you, and I hope you go on to enjoy today's video. So as you guys can see on screen right now, today is the day I'm going to be teaching you a little trick where you can add a load of trash items and get yourself an insane overpay like I do right here for this black zombie. Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel once again. I hope you're having a fantastic day as always, and today I'm bringing you episode 2 of the brand new series going from 100 credits all the way up to the titanium white meteor storm. Okay, so in the previous episode, which was episode 1, I showed you guys how to kickstart your trading journey with so many tips and tricks for very small traders. So if you haven't seen it already, make sure you are checking out episode 1 to get caught up with this series, and yeah, get the most amount of tips and tricks. And yeah, I'm going to try and keep this intro short, but if you are new around here, make sure you are clicking that subscribe button and turning on post notifications, because you don't want to miss out on this series. And today I've got even more tips and tricks than I did in the previous episode. And simply enough, 1,100 likes in the very first 24 hours, and I'll have a brand new episode out in a couple days time. And yeah, let's get into the very first trade. And quickly before we do get into the video, I'd like to give a huge shout out to AOA.com for sponsoring today's Rocket League video. This site provides flexibility and safety to every single order. If you want to buy and sell loads of different Rocket League items, they do some insane deals on there, and use code ZENIC at checkout to get yourself 3% off every single order. Okay, so we finished off last episode with a 20XX and a load of random trash in our inventory. As you can see on screen right now, yeah, just taking a look at it, so many uncommons, a few rocket pass items, a regular import there, and we also have titanium white FSLBs and a couple of credits. So ideally, the only thing we're sitting on right now to make profit is going to be the 20XX, and just my luck, as soon as I release a video, it drops by 100 credits. So, you know, thank you Rocket League, thank you RO Insider, because you've really helped me out there. But regardless, anyway, I just wanted to get it gone anyway for credits, but I couldn't even find myself 1,000 credits, so I got myself 700, and also a juice as well, which is 400 to 500, so in the long run, I'm at least going to get 1,100 for the 20XX. Now, this next trade is a bit bittersweet, because obviously, I'm making myself a lot of profit from this trade, as you will see in a minute, but secondly, Nothing to Trigon was the very first Nothing Something I ever did on my channel back in 2018. Some of you OG should I say, might remember that, but yeah, Trigon at a point was my favourite black market of all time, and to see how cheap I'm picking up these days is just quite depressing, to be fair. So paying 550 credits for a Trigon, even though it's 650 to 750 on a spreadsheet, this is an insane deal. Obviously, I'm going to make profit on that, even though Trigon is quite hard to sell, but for the fact I'm paying 100 less than the minimum value, I guarantee every single one of you I'm definitely going to make profit. And honestly, the first little major tip that I'm going to give you guys is if you've got a black market gold explosion that is like a Juice, a Sub-Zero, a Hellfire, Electroshock, etc., try and get yourself the medium range, and if you cannot, just get the minimum range, because you got to think about it logically. If you're getting the item gone and then you get the credits, you can then use those credits to make yourself profit. And obviously, if you're sitting with an item trying to sell it for a long time, it's probably just going to keep on dropping, to be fair. And Juice right now, I think it's 400 to 500. So even if I got offered 400 at this point, because this was literally like, I would say an hour to maybe an hour and a half of literally trying to sell this juice, I just thought, you know what, 420, that means we got 1,120 from the 20XX, and considering people are trying to sell it for a K, obviously I'm going to take that trade. Okay, so next up, an absolute gem that I didn't even realize existed until I started up this Nothing Something series, is going to be the regular Fennec. So I thought the regular Fennec completely died in hype when the white Fennec came back into the item shop and every single person started fretting, and the white Fennec is now like 2,000 credits. Little did I know, regular Fennec right now is sat around 450 to 500 credits. So when this offer came through, I just could not say no with this Trigon. Obviously, Trigon being about 750 right now at a complete max, probably realistically like 650, 700. And also him adding as well a Hex. You know, I just could not say no to this, because adding all of this up, even if I get 400 for the Fennec, I'm still going to be making myself a lot of profit from that Trigon. So honestly, for every single Fennec that you do see, if you've got like a really cheap black market, like a Hex or maybe like a wet paint or something, and you want to get pure credits, just offer for a Fennec every single time. And people might realize as well, you know, it's a regular import, so they might not think that there's that much hype for it. And then obviously, if you're offering a black market decal, they might think, whoa, a black market decal, that's really good for my regular car. But little do they know, obviously, that the regular Fennec is worth a little bit more. So not to worry whatsoever. But even so, right here, 450 credits it's sort of like the average value right now. It's sort of around like 400 to 500 going up and down all the time. But yeah, it's really difficult to get 500 for a regular Fennec, and obviously it's enough in something. I need to keep the trades moving. So yeah, 450, I just cannot complain with that. Okay, so keep your eyes peeled on this trade very carefully, because this is probably one of the most profitable trades I will make in this series. So I offered this guy Hex for 400 credits. He said yes, I probably would have taken that, but I thought I'd be a little bit cheeky, you know, ask for a little bit of ads, because he accepted straight away, and he added in a random rocket pass wheel. Was not a fan. So look in the bottom right corner, you can see I've got the chat open. I am typing right now, but beneath my eyes, I'm getting offered a special edition special edition black rocket pass wheel, a titanium white fractal fire boost, and a non-crate very rare as I'm typing. And as you saw right there, I was typing accepted instantly as soon as I saw that. So I don't even know how much this is going to equate into in credits, but this is going to be an insane profit to say the least. And obviously, I'm not saying be ridiculous and ask for ads upon ads, because they're not going to do that whatsoever, and they'll probably leave the trade. It's alright sometimes to ask for a cheeky ad if they're accepting first, but like I couldn't even believe my eyes. I told my friends in the pie, they were like, there's no way you got that trade, and I was like, yeah. Not a clue, but all of that added up, it's probably going to equate to nearly 1,000 credits, which is absolutely mental. But regardless, once again, picking up a Trigon for 550 is something I can suggest, because it's not a bad looking decal, and considering the spreadsheet right now with being 650 to 750, you are bound to make yourself profit, even if you find a spreadsheet warrior. If you don't, you know, it's going to be a win-win situation regardless. So with this next trade, this actually might turn out to be a bit of an L, because considering the fact that 20XX has been dropping over the past 48 hours, it's not a great idea to go buying loads of 20XXs. So I don't really know what I'm doing here, but you know what I thought? You might as well just try get rid of the special edition black wheels. They're not really going to do anything in my inventory. I've funnily enough already had them before, and I sold them for 200 credits, but I thought, you know what, let's make it 850, and the wheels probably making about 100 credits off of those wheels, because realistically 20XX right now, it's not great. You just want to stay away from it, because it's constantly dropping, and right now it's at around 950. People can't even get a K for it, which is very surprising to me. But yeah, obviously quite an even trade right there. So possibly one of the most self-explanatory tips I'm going to give you guys in the whole of this series is going to be right now, and that is going to be, if you're getting offered a black market for your black market and their black market is higher, take it. Alright, I don't know how many times I just said black market, but literally what I'm saying, unless there's something completely dropping in demand and price, maybe a 20XX, but you know, a Streamline right now is stable, a Trigon is stable, and a Streamline is actually easier to sell, and it's got a cert attached. Why am I not going to say no to this Streamline deal? It's 50 credits more, and it sells easier. I mean, there's not really much more to say, to be fair. I mean, Streamline looks a little bit better as well, in my opinion. So, yeah, happily take that trade. So, if you guys remember, in the very first episode, we had so many random items just sat around in our inventory, you know, just sat there doing nothing. And it actually works out a lot of the time when you've got these big trades where someone just says add an uncommon or add, because you can literally go ham and just keep on adding items to make sure you are securing the deal. And right here, obviously all the uncommons are probably worth like maybe 30 credits all added up, and I'm getting myself black zombies, which apparently on the spreadsheet are 900 to 1,100, considering the Streamline is 700 to 800. You know I have to take this deal. Obviously, I think the zombies are a little bit hard to sell because they're revival series, and no one really likes revival, but even so, I just cannot say no to that trade. Okay, and from the heavens above, we actually found a guy that wanted to buy my 20XX, which is incredibly lucky as well. And something I can suggest, a little tip I guess, is to just keep on listing and hope for the best, because when you've got a big item like a 20XX in your inventory, you just want to try and get yourself at least a minimum value, because it's a black market. There's going to be some demand there, even if it's dropping, and obviously there's a lot of hype from like Musty, etc., and it's probably one of the best looking black markets in the game. So you're always going to have a demand there, but at the same time, yeah, it's dropping a little bit at the moment. So it's 1,000 to 1,100. I took advantage of that. When this guy said he had credits, I said minimum value question mark, and bang, straight away 1,050 credits. More than happy to take that trade. Okay, and finally another tip. There's probably the biggest one for all of the smaller traders out there, and even if you're a rich trader, you can do this as well. But yeah, it's going to be more effective for the people that don't really have that much, and that's to buy and sell non-crate very rares, because obviously non-crate imports, amazing, you know, they can come painted, etc., but non-crate very rares are always going to have such a demand because of the painted octanes, etc., and if you're paying between like 70 to 80, you can bank a lot of profit from selling these 100 per, and that's what I'm doing right here. Literally just to showcase to you that it's so possible. Like, there's people all the time offering 100, and if you get it in bulk as well, you can get even more than 100 per, but obviously it's enough in something. That'll take a while, but yeah, all I'm saying is make sure you're buying and selling on-crate Veroids at a reasonable rate, and yeah, you can bank a lot of profit. Okay, God knows what happened to the audio at the end of that clip. I just said profit at the end. It was actually really funny editing back, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. You know, there's going to be so many more tips and tricks on how to make profit with different items on the channel, so make sure you are subscribing if you're new. And yeah, simply enough, 1,100 likes in the very first 24 hours, and I'll bang out a brand new episode in a couple days time. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy.